What's the most important thing to do? Launch! Oh! Wow. Okay. I never did a launch with 100% battery. Wow. Okay. It's almost midnight. I'm in Scranton. I just did the 0 to 100 charging curve on the Gravity. I can't thank you enough for all the subscribers that have joined to watch my videos since last week. Please enjoy and think of Michael Scott while you're watching this. And iONNA, great place. Stay tuned because range tests are coming up next. And here today you have a nice long charging test, which I advise probably scrubbing through because otherwise you might get bored watching the whole hour of this. So skip to what you want to see. And this is a 400 kilowatt charger, which means it's going to be able to provide everything the Gravity wants. And that's why I drove the 2 hours out here tonight to do a full 0 to 100 charging test on the Gravity with me, an actual owner of a production vehicle and actual infrastructure. So this is as real of a charging test as you're gonna get. So let's see how it does. As you see, we're at 0, critical battery low. Let's get this thing off the floor now. Tap to pay. Looks like it's authorizing. This is my first time at iONNA, so I've seen a million videos on it. It seems like a really good station. 35 cents a kilowatt, great price. Preparing to charge, everything looks like it's going well. And I'm gonna try to stay out of the shot as much as I can. All right, we're charging. Wow, okay. We already hit 400 kilowatts in 1 second. We're starting here at 1020. That is shockingly high. I thought we would have to ramp up, but no. There it is. 400 right off the bat. Let me make sure I set my, I'm going to go in the car. I'm going to leave the camera where it is. I'm going to make sure I set my charging limit to 100. Okay, charging limit set to 100 in the car. Looks like we just fell off of 400 at 6%-ish, 7%. Let's see what the charger says. $384, 383, 382, 381. As you can see it here, we're at 9%, 375. So we didn't hold 400 incredibly long. But also, this is going wicked fast. 10%, and barely even realize what happened. Here's our curve. We'll make sure we get a screen cap of this when it's over. We're holding 345 here at 16%. This is the fastest car kilowatt intake I've ever done in person. Even now at 18% at 348. That's higher than anything I've ever charged. I'm looking in the car right now, 20%, 350 kilowatts it says. 353, it just shot up a little bit. I'm gonna look back at the screen on the iONNA station. Oh, and of course it's gone. 353, 21%. It seems to be looking like it's saying all the same information on the screen of the car and the screen of the charger here. So that's good. 350 kilowatts, 23%. Still holding strong, 344 at 26%. You realize while you're standing here looking at this, how much you hope the single video file that you're taking doesn't corrupt. Otherwise, this was a whole completely big waste of time. So fingers crossed about that. About to hit 30%. 30%, and we're holding 334. The speeds are still really good here. If only there were more 400 kilowatt chargers around. $400 though wasn't held too long, but there was a good percentage of battery above 350 kilowatts that this took advantage of compared to if I went to a Electrify America 350 as a max. So eventually we'll see the time difference if we do a 350 charger to compare. As well as trying the full charging curve on a 250 Tesla charger. See how that does 0 to 100 as well. We'll get it all done. It looks like we're gonna be losing 300 around 40%. We'll see how that goes. Okay, we're at 300. Oh, okay, 299, 38%. So basically, pretty close there. Right now it says 9 minutes. Okay, we'll see. We'll make note of the 10-minute mark. What percentage we get to. This is a pretty nice location. There's a little bit of dirt on the ground here. Like a little bit of trash. Mostly leaves though. And the lighting is really nice and bright, which makes you notice maybe some of the dirt. Okay, where are we at? Almost at 10 minutes here. 2, 1. Okay, 10 minutes, 43%, 274 kilowatts. So in 10 minutes, we got to 43%. That's pretty good. I definitely know the second half of this battery getting filled is going to be a lot less exciting. Okay, 250 kilowatts, so that we're looking at a Tesla V3 supercharger speed. Not for this car, but at 46%. But V3 superchargers will be getting 220 kilowatts at. We're dropping to that right now. Okay, 220 at 47. Oh, lost the screen again. Okay, now we're already at 206. So we're having a big rapid drop here close to the 50% mark. We're losing now. Okay, now we lost 200 at 47. I'm going to touch everything and see if everything feels good temperature-wise. Machine is pumping out heat. The cables and connector, though, they feel fine. Nothing, I mean, they're warm, but not in a like crazy way. $180 kilowatts, about to hit 50%. Okay, so we're pulling 180 now at 50. And it took just about 12 minutes to get to 50%. So 12 minutes, that's, let's say, I mean, this is EPA rated at 450. I haven't been able to do the range test yet. That's next on the list. But let's say we get 400 and not 450. That's still 12 minutes for 200 miles. That is really, really stellar as far as I'm concerned. 10 minutes, if I ran into Sheets here to use the bathroom and grab a coffee instead of standing here with you guys, I would have got the full 200 miles in that amount of time. And then by the time I would need to stop again, I would have so much energy already. I think this really is making it so gas cars don't have much of an advantage anymore on speed. I'm going to look at the screen and make sure that the car is happy with what I'm seeing. Okay, the car is not claiming anything in the sense that the charger is limiting it. So we should be getting full power, that means. And the car is saying so far it's gotten 246 miles added on this charge. And that would mean, according to this, 246 miles in just about under 14 minutes. Under 15 minutes, I'm sorry. Yeah, 250 miles now. 251. And that is in the 15-minute mark. This thing, I keep on tripping over it. I really should have put the cord in a better spot. I feel like we've been holding steady here at 180 for a bit. Let's look at the curve. Okay, yeah, you could see that drop, but then we held it again. We kind of had a little plateau point here. I'll keep this screen up just because it's big and clear for everybody to see. I'll go back to the curve later on. $170 kilowatts. Looks like we're going to be at 170 for 60%. Oh, it's coming back up. 175 at 60%. I'm curious what our dead 0 to 80% charge time will be. I just went and grabbed one of the window washers behind the unit here, and there's no liquid in it. So that's not very helpful. I do really like this station. I think iONNA has really fun branding. I like their colors and the way they kind of have quirky graphics per location, like the location logos. I'd like to go to one of the rechargeries. But Sheets is interesting for me. I don't really have Sheets near me. I mean, I'm 2 hours from New York, but I usually don't come this direction. And there's no Sheets from what I know in New England, which is where I usually am. So yeah, I'm gonna go and explore in there. But I kind of gotta wait for this to finish. I'm realizing, can't just leave my phone out here. Okay, we're at 67% and the timer is hitting 20 minutes right there. So 20 minutes, 67%. Let me look at the inside, see how much mileage it added. So the car readout says 300 miles added in 20 minutes. That's pretty awesome. That's right now 90 kilowatts have been added. Like that's over a Model Y. Full charging like a bigger than a Model Y in 20 minutes. We've been holding this 160 area for a while now. And one of our big milestones here coming up, 70%. The time for 70% is 21:20. Not bad. We're still holding above 150 at 70%. We've now added 325 miles in 23 minutes. Okay, just lost 150 at 73%. Man, I wish I didn't have to keep clicking that, Jesus. That's 24 minutes to 75% and 141 kilowatts holding. We're seeing that curve drop off a little bit more as we approach 80. And it looks like we're going to be close to losing 100 around 80%, 100 kilowatts. All right, let's get ready here. We're at 26 and a half minutes. Let's see when we hit 80. We're still above 100 kilowatts. Will we beat it before 27 minutes? 27 minutes. Let's hit 80 in this. Okay, 80 at 27:09. So 0 to 80 in less than 30 minutes. We're still above 100 kilowatts. That feels pretty strong. Obviously, at this point, we're just watching and seeing how this ramps down. There's nobody in the right mind that should charge this over 80%. If you need that range, I don't know how you would drive any other electric car. So this really should be everybody's stopping point. 90, because now we're under 100 kilowatts. But we'll just see how it goes. I'm gonna go look at the inside screen and see what it says. Yeah, the Lucid nav is claiming 300. Sorry, it's claiming 365 miles added here at this like 81% point. We've added 108 kilowatt hours. $40. Drive my ass out here tonight to spend money for this charging test. I'm joking. I'm having fun making this stuff for you guys. And I feel very sort of privileged, I guess, to be able to be getting a lot of this content up first. It's kind of wild, just kind of wild to have been able to find this little niche that was needed to be filled. This is definitely no longer much fun to watch. But let's see here, we have half a minute left to 30 minutes, that is. So let's see where we get in 30 minutes. Are we gonna hit 84? That's exactly 30 minutes. Still at 83%. 84. Okay, so we hit 84 within 30 minutes. And we're at 84 kilowatts. 84 and at 84. How exciting. 110 kilowatt hours added. It's like paint drying right now. But we're still beating Chevy Bolt right now. So there's always that. I wanted to film the inside of the car and the outside of the car, but my day job today ran late. I couldn't get out of there till 7:30, and then I had to drive 2 hours over here to this charger, and I realized I forgot the other camera. I almost had a heart attack. Luckily, I also totally forgot I had a little tripod so I could set this up in front of the screen. Luckily, I had my little magnetic MagSafe mount thing, and I could magnet it to this iONNA, post. This is like the post that holds up the awning. Because, yeah, I would have been in trouble having come out here without. I was just too stressed out trying to remember everything. Anyhow, I wanted to do a full charge here and then get right on the highway and do a 70-mile range test, but it's just already almost 11 p.m. I can't be driving potentially 450 miles at 70 miles an hour starting now and then going to work tomorrow. So it's gonna have to wait a few more days, but I'm gonna get out there as quick as I can. I know I want to get this up before anybody else, selfishly, and also I think you guys really want to see it. Everybody's very curious about that. My general thought is that maybe the EPA 450 is a little optimistic, and I guess we'll see how that goes when we get to it. But at least 400. I mean, I guess that would be a letdown to some people, but if we get 400, I would be pretty happy. Everything above that, I think, is kind of icing on the cake. I'm not, like, as a EV driver and previous owner of a Tesla, I've never sort of expected to get the EPA range, but 400 miles I think kind of feels like a necessity for the Gravity, especially since I got the 450 range spec. So we'll see how that goes when we get there. Still pulling strong. 71 kilowatts. Well, I don't know if we call it strong. Better than a bolt. 34 minutes just on the dot right here, 88%. Let's see how long it takes to get to 90. For everybody that watches this, I'm very proud of you. This is like watching paint dry. And I don't know why you would do that. I hope you're scrubbing around and looking for what you're interested in. And if you hear me saying this, say something in the comments. 69 kilowatts, wow. About to hit 90 here. Okay, let's get a read on 90. How long is it going to take? We're at 35 minutes almost, so maybe we'll hit 90 in 35. That's still... Oh. That's still, like, pretty impressive to get a 90 in 35. Okay, we're at 35 right now. Please tick into the 90 before this minute's over. $90, yes. 35 minutes and it looked like 28 seconds. Still pulling 66 kilowatts. Put in 117 kilowatt hours. Not bad. All right, so we're really in our last 10% here. Interesting the way that curve looks today. Kind of has some interesting step downs as it goes. It's not as smooth as I expected, but I still feel like the numbers we hit at the times we hit, we're still feeling pretty good. So the car is claiming here at 91%, we've added 411 miles. And that is under 40 minutes. I don't know why anybody would be here doing this unless they were eating or something, charging this long. %, 58 kilowatts. I guess our next milestone is, what do we get at 40 minutes on the dot? That might be our last milestone other than 100%. Because who cares about 95? What's that mean? We are at 120 kilowatt hours added though. If anybody's keeping track of me, they probably think I have a crappy slow charging car. But it is about to strike 11 p.m. right now. Just did. It's 11 p.m. on Monday, October 6th, in probably the best town on earth, because this is where Michael Scott lives, and there's no other electric cars charging. I have a beautiful empty charger all to myself. Okay, here we are. 40 minutes, 93%, 53 kilowatts. Still beating the Bolt. Just have to say it. I just like to say that because my friend has 2 Bolts, so it's fun to rag on him a little bit. Really feels slow. God. I want to go eat. I haven't even had dinner. This YouTube stuff is tough. I think I kind of imagined getting dinner at this Sheetz like while I was doing this test. But then I realized I can't just leave my phone out here. It's really kind of weird. Looks like we might have somebody icing. Not too big of a deal if we are empty here other than me, but it is still a little weird. Alright, we're at 49 kilowatts. We're no longer beating the Bolt. 123 kilowatt hours. $42 minutes. 95%. This is the final 5 here. I hope we don't go too much slower than 48 kilowatts. This is already getting boring. Okay, I looked inside the car for a second. They're not really totally icing it over there. Looks like they're just eating in the car. That's not so bad. You could always move if people came, but there is nobody here, so what's it really matter? Honestly, this place feels like it's bumping. Sheetz is the place to be on a Monday night. Not for charging though, but for whatever people do inside. really close to 45 minutes here. "45 minutes is kind of actually, I think, a milestone too. All right, 45 minutes, 96%, 125 kilowatt hours added. Still pulling 41 kilowatts. I like that on the curve it claims I hit 401. Sorry, didn't even notice it went away. I'm getting bored. You can really see why there's no point to charge over 80%. If anybody doesn't already know that. It's like so pointless. We could have put in so many more miles of charge if you just keep it under 50% and just go up and down, at least on this battery. Certain cars and charging curves work different, and you don't have to pull in low, but you see the benefit of pulling in really low, at least with this car and with Tesla. $128 kilowatt hours added. In case anybody's not quite sure between the difference between kilowatts and kilowatt hours, it's kind of like the tank is what we put 128 gallons into. That's the 128 kilowatt hours. So that's kind of like the amount we have in the tank. In the 29 right now, the kilowatts is like the flow of the gas. I don't know if that's helpful for anybody, if it's something they wanted to know or not, but you think of, dude, ooh, there's like mosquitoes out here. Am I gonna be totally bit up? So, I'd lost my train of thought. We're getting close. 28 kilowatts though. This last few percent gonna get slow. Car's looking a little dusty, but I called service today. I'm going to be making an appointment with them soon to get the few little issues fixed that you guys maybe know about from delivery. So hopefully that'll be a good little video update when that happens, and hopefully that goes smoothly and they can get everything done. But functionally, it seems like there's actually no problems with the car. I think the issues that exist in the warnings of rear steer and headlights, I think it's just software glitches putting those warning ups for no reason. And so then the only two issues are the little misalignment on the spoiler and the squeaky back seat. But that doesn't really affect much, you know, in the car operation, so that's nice. I do think though that the more I've looked online, that this car was going to be a 7-seater, and then they just didn't have 7 seats, so they sent it out as a 5-seater. The reason I say that is because there's tracks and a motor for my second row seats to move forward, and although the woman that did the delivery with me of the car said that they're all like that, I don't think she knows properly. I mean, you know, I'm obviously not part of the company. Why would I know better than her? But yeah, I've been looking at the website for a long time on building out these cars, and there's no tracks. If you swap between the 5-seater and the 7-seater in the like Gravity build website, you can see the tracks go away. And also, why would you waste your money putting that motor in? There's no reason for it when you have just a 5-seater. So that's my theory, that they just put these out there in the market for people to buy up. Even though they kind of thought they were going to be making them 7-seaters. 25 kilowatts, 98%. We're about to put, okay, we just crossed 130 kilowatt hours dumped into this thing and or lost on in between. But 130 kilowatts. Wow. Almost 55 minutes. Hopefully we finish this thing in an hour. I'm plenty done with standing here. I really hope that this video comes out. 99. Yes. 24, 23 kilowatts. We're right here at the top finally. It looks like we're gonna get this under an hour. There's 55 minutes on the dot. All right, we got 5 minutes to finish this up. Almost $50 at this point. I'm gonna bring up the charging curve now just to make sure it doesn't go away. I'm gonna actually dismount the camera for the first time and bring it over. I want to make sure that I capture this because I don't know if it will disappear. Okay, we're re-locked into the magnet. We're just waiting at this end. $57 minutes. I am possibly getting eaten alive by mosquitoes. There's no way I would be able to do a range test tonight. Not unless I slugged a bunch of 5-hour energies and fell asleep during work tomorrow. $131 kilowatt hours added, almost 132 now. 20 kilowatts, 99%. This is the first time that this gravity has been from 0 and to 100 in my care. Okay, down to 19 kilowatts. We're coming up close on that 1 hour mark, minute and a quarter left. Can we make it? Okay, 59 minutes. It's a moment of truth. It'd actually be really cool if we got this to hit 100 before 1 hour. Okay, 30 seconds left. Can we do it? 15 seconds. Oh, can we do it? Oh, we didn't. 1 hour. 99%. I mean, it's gonna finish this up pretty quick. We're almost there. 132 kilowatts hours added. Maybe we can get to 100 before it strikes 1 hour and 1 minute though. So it's still in the 1 hour flat kind of moment. Sec 9. Are we gonna hit it? Come on. Let's do it before 1 hour, 1 minute. No. Okay, didn't happen. Really slow up here. Kilowatts are drastically dropping here. It's claiming the average is 128 kilowatts over the whole span. That's kind of cool when it says that. 922 volts right now. Now I'm just hoping we get to 100 before 105, an hour 5. And I kind of wonder how long it'll hang on to 100. I mean, like continually balance out the top. Come on! Oh, I'm dying. $14 kilowatts. Really slow. Every time it drops that screen out, since we're this high, I keep on thinking we're done. $133 kilowatt hours dispensed. Almost $50. All right, we're getting close to an hour and 5 minutes here. Can we just get to 100 already? Damn. That's an hour and 5 minutes. 5 minutes ago I thought we would hopefully hit 100, and we still haven't. Devastating. Car is claiming 10 minutes more to finish. This is killing me here. If that's the case, I think I should go grab a bite to eat before it's midnight. Let's go in close again. There's our charging curve. It's got to readjust. Okay, there you go. This is essentially, right now, 0 to 100. 12 kilowatts. This is getting real low. Okay. I feel like it's almost pointless to watch this last percentage. I'm going to cut for a second, and I'm going to go inside, because if this takes 10 minutes, I'm just going to go grab a drink. There's the final. Okay. This is the final info right here. Finished. I went in. It took an hour and 19. I went in and got a chicken sandwich because I was dying here. You saw the curve at 99. I can't get a picture of that apparently. Oh, can I? Okay, there's our final curve. And all the information.